Ready, little bouncing bean? To your room, come on. Sit. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelsey, and today we're going to do a video about the new moon and my altar. A lot of requests ever since I started making my full moon videos were for, what do you do during a new moon? And can we see your altar? On a lot of videos you've seen me work at my altar or prep herbs and baths and stuff like that in my altar. But today I'm going to give you guys a tour, and I do plan on redoing my altar, so I'll show you what it looks like now, and then I'll probably do a time lapse of me just reorganizing everything. So I'm currently at my altar. As you can see, I have this is my dog's staircase to the bed, because he's an old man, and now we've got the little dog too, so it helps her get up on the bed as well. But I just drag this over when I feel like sitting in front of my altar. I don't normally sit here unless I'm filming. So normally I stand here, or I meditate on the floor and I put a rug and my yoga mat down. So I just drag this over to sit and chat with you guys. It's pretty convenient because it's just right there. I'm probably going to use it to hold up a bunch of my stuff while I'm redecorating. Let's get started with what is an altar. An altar is your place, your space, your area that is solely for your magic, your craft, your practice, whatever you wish to call it. But it's dedicated to just that. And a lot of people, they have their herbs, crystals. I've got some herbs and crystals on mine, incense, stuff like that, books. But what you really want to put on your altar is up to you. It's what makes you feel powerful, what makes you feel safe, and what helps you in your practice. Or a lot of the times I keep stuff that I use most commonly on my altar, and I also put stuff like I've got statues of chimpanzees and pictures of my dogs and a whole bunch of other stuff here that I'll explain to you. There are certain ways you could decorate your altar that are a little more specific, and there's guides both in books and online that'll show you how to set up a Wiccan altar, how to have a god and a goddess, how to have all of your elements represented, which I also have just because I love elemental magic. But yeah, with that being said, let me show you my altar. So this is the current state of my altar. Honestly, it's a hot mess. It was a lot more organized when I first started decorating it all. And as you see, I've been doing a lot of work here, so it's kind of just a hot mess. But my plan today is to organize it a little better, see if I can't find, space. But I'm gonna get started on that, and then I'll explain everything when I have my new fresh altar ready to go. So I know it doesn't look too decluttered, but this is all the stuff I have to find a new home for. But let me give you a tour. So up here, I pulled this on a walk with the dogs and just glued some black flowers to it, and it's starting to grow some leaves. I don't know what kind of tree it is, I just found it in the woods. But then I've got these little Polaroids, my doggos, my chimpies, and a quartz crystal. I learned how to do this online. Super fun. And this is a painting of the planets that I did in one of my painting videos. I don't know, I just really liked it. I've debated on adding black to the background or just cutting them out like around it, but for now I like it like that. And then up here, here's one of my sigils. I also painted this on one of my videos. This is My Spells Manifest with a couple symbols on it as well. And then I've got these leaves. And they light up in green, which is super pretty. My oranges, also made in a video. Oh, and my rose. And then I've got my moon phases. I also made this. And my star for protection with the eye. Made that as well. And then this is some of the stuff that I redecorated. So over here are my incense, both cones and stick incense. And then down here I've got my spell book and my grimoire. So and these books are kind of just like notes and my spells, and every time I do something or my rituals I write it down. And then my grimoire just kind of has all the information I've learned. A lot of it's on the computer, so it's pretty thin. I plan on printing it all out once I get the majority of stuff done. It's kind of hard because I learn something new all the time, like crystals, herbs, there's so much out there that I just want to keep adding to it, but I still want it to look nice, so I've been typing it. Currently it's just digital form, but eventually it'll be printed and put here. And then down there there's just some, these are some drawing books. I use these for like sigils and other things as well. And then some more incense. As we go over here, I've got my pink Himalayan salt, basil, which is amazing. I always keep these two. And my rose, obviously I love using rose a lot too. My moon water, and then I've got this cute little glass that I like to drink out of, also for rituals and whatnot. And then this is from Africa. I have this on here mainly because I'm trying to manifest me going to Africa. I've always wanted to go there and work in sanctuaries or rehabilitation centers. So keep this out here for that. Sometimes I put crystals in it, sometimes I put offerings in it. But I also have this jar for that. Just some random things I found that I like. I have a bunch of K's on it. And some fun stuff. Here is another sigil. It's the same sigil, I just have it all over. It's over here too, behind this. My Spells Manifest, a little crystal grid on it. I don't have too many crystals. I do, they're just kind of spread out all over the place. But eventually I want to have a really nice crystal grid. I've got some stuff coming in. Very excited for. And then here, got a scorpion, a bird. That's not real. It's just the, it's just like an exoskeleton that was made, and it's the same thing for these two fish. Plus my crystal, quartz, amethyst, my little wand. This is amazing. I highly recommend buying this because you can cleanse your crystals on it, which is awesome. Some more herbs down there, cloves, it's a nice star, and there's hibiscus in there as well. It's my eyedropper. When I make oils, I just put them in here and I use it to anoint candles and stuff like that. Another giant quartz crystal. This is a rough stone, so I'm learning how to cut and polish them so I can make jewelry and stuff like that with it. But for right now, that's what they look like when you just get them raw. And then I got this awesome new cauldron. I just got this from Sacred Mob, along with this Cancer incense holder, which is super awesome. And I just put some crystals around that as well. Tiger's eye. This, Bumblebee Jasper. Beautiful. Dalmatian stone, sunstone. This is Adventurine. But just some crystals to help with the spell work. As you saw, I just burnt some bay leaves in there. And then over here, I found this when I went paddleboarding with Vienna, and I thought it would be an awesome candle holder. So I'm gonna leave that there for that. I've got some oyster shells I've also found that I put ashes in. Some quartz and tourmaline crystal. And over here, I've got my chimps. This is a cat's eye stone, which is good for animal healing, so I like to keep that next to my chimps. And then some of my cleansing tools. There's a sage bundle, and then the Palo Santo. And then this is from a sea serpent. I don't know, I just thought it was super cool. So I have that up here as well. And then over here, some sentimental stuff. So this cup candle is from Miss Stevie D. Stevie D is my best friend, Baby. When we got that from the baby shower, and I loved it so much it needed to, one, go on my altar, and two, have her with me forever. I still haven't been able to meet her because of all the coronavirus going on, so this kind of keeps me with her. And then over here I've got my pup's footprint. This is from my dog Ricky. He passed away about 3 years ago now, but I like to keep him with me always. And then I've got lavender, salt, bay leaf, and then behind that is some cinnamon. So everything I have out here, oh, here's another thing. And these are some more herbs. So I got cinnamon, pepper, paprika, thyme, rosemary, and black pepper. So all the spices that I have out here, all the herbs and spices that I have out here are stuff that I use regularly. And then everything else I put out here is just stuff that makes me feel strong, stuff that make me feel connected with the earth and with what I'm trying to do, things that help me manifest. I've even got my passport over here underneath my spell book. Just to manifest, getting back out in the world, traveling, safety. I've got a lot of animal stuff, a lot of crystals, a lot of earth. But yeah, my candles basically represent all of the elements: earth, wind, fire, and then I've got my moon water. But next is my supply of witchy things. I'm gonna clean this out really quick and I'll show you what it looks like. I just need to get this stuff in there. Currently also, this is my grimoire, because all my stuff's on there. But anyway, let me get this done. Okay, so we're all organized. I got my candles, got some jars, some leftover herbs, more candles, more jars, candles, clay, some bags. Looking good. So I also transformed my bathroom into a beauty altar. And here I just have painting that I did, some affirmations. I brought all my jewelry in here as well on a tree that I made so I can pick my crystal for the day. This one's really cool too because you can just pick a crystal and put it in there and change it out. And then some beauty supplies, my perfume, some crystals for self-love to help prevent anxiety and depression, my rose quartz for self-love. I made this self-love jar during the full moon, and my self-love candle. And of course, the chimpy. So this is my meditation space. I just take my mat, lay it out here, and I just redecorated this with some of the stuff that I pulled off my altar. So some of my yoga books on my little elephant shelf. Eventually I'll put a plant in there once they get a little bigger. So last stop on our altar tour. This isn't really an altar, but I do have an incense burner and essential oil diffuser on here, along with a little sacred box that's got some stuff in there, and a bunch of plants. But this is actually the bookshelf, if you have seen my previous videos, that Anthony was working on for me, and he finished it for Mother's Day. So I'm a dog mom. It came out wonderful. Okay guys, so now that my spaces were all cleaned, I decided to just do some quick meditation and really just get some new intentions going with my space. But before we sign off here, I wanted to just let you guys know about some stuff with the new moon tonight. Tonight's new moon is in Gemini, which is pretty awesome. Normally during a new moon you feel tired, but Gemini is going to make you feel real extroverted and real busy. Get all those things done that you want to get done. Don't leave things up to chance, give yourself the time you need to get these things done. Gemini is also ruled by Mercury, the messenger, so it should help promote good conversations and some brainstorming. It's a really good time to capture your thoughts, put them down on paper, put it into a song, put it into art, paint it, grow it, throw it in your garden. Really just push forward with those new beginnings. Gemini also rules close relationships and sibling relationships, so be sure to reach out to your loved ones, especially your close loved ones. Don't forget to count your blessings and be grateful for your blessings and all the great people that you have in your lives. Yeah, with this new moon, though it's called a new moon, there actually isn't going to be a moon in the sky tonight. It's just going to be the beginning of the new moon. So instead of there being a moon, it'll be the beginning of the moon cycle leading up to the full moon, which will be in the beginning of June, I believe. So in about 14 days? I think it's on the 5th. I don't know, I can't math right now. If you want to see any of the things that I'll be doing tonight, I'll be making like a face scrub. I've got some candles that I want to make, and I'm going to be planting some plants that I have growing inside that are ready to go outside, out in my garden. So if you want to see that, I'll put my Instagram here, and you can follow me there and check it out in my stories. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you all so much for being so open and welcoming to my practice and being so interested in learning about it. And I hope this inspires you to create your own altar, or just, I don't know, decorate your dresser with some stuff that you really like and maybe make some herb candles. I don't know, but I'll see you guys next week. Bye!